goes to Milwaukee. James Capers, Trey Maddox, and Matt Khalil.
But maybe he is now.
He was ever kind of
a little too close out of bounds.
LaMelo Ball takes his first since his ankle return. 25 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists here in this first quarter. Just underway. LaMelo Ball feeding Plumlee, and then went back out with an ankle injury. Grayson.
Job of getting out of the break, scoring off a turnover.
And Washington getting that screen.
Lisa, a couple things to button up on this topic. In the last 4 games, Giannis is averaging over
but the distribution, the three-pointer, but to get to 7 assists as a 6'11 man.
Just ran that. He trusts his teammates to death, and he has to get your tail back. I mean, the Bucks do go offensive, rebound a lot of times, but you got to get somebody back.
Coming off that game where you hit that game winner and 6
shots and getting yourself going, because he always has his eyes up looking for you.
Bobby tip out to McDaniels, over to Rozier. Takes a one dribble. This
guy's SFI, and this is a different team, and it has a lot to do with follow. He will just continue to find guys and pass the ball, so they're always staying ready.
Counts as 3 here today, so count Bobby in that mix as well.
Something you see from Coach Bud, especially in the first quarter where it's 5 minutes left. And
like 5 guys who are out here for Charlotte. In fairness, the big 3.
The way you started this game, passing the ball, scoring the ball, brought this whole team in.
They are in that category, trying to get points off of turnovers, Steve, and there's a tilt. The veteran huddle and the veteran team. We've seen some crazy.
Just go your way, others that don't. That was one of those possessions offensively where,
as you would imagine, the Bucks have given up in the first quarter, 43 points.
Last 17 that Charlotte's had, but they're playing with their back against the walls. Just trying to, that would have been a stat we were going to use, but between you and the statistician.
He takes.
When you're playing poorly, everybody kind of goes along with it sometimes. If you're watching, you know that 50 is the first quarter record.
Wow.
There's been injuries coming in, knocking down shots, and this is 19th.
Assists, totals. We've already talked about the three-point shooting with the Bucks, and I mean, 28 points in the first quarter that the Bucks put up is respectable.
Side. You're like, he's just turning into a shootout. Is that a good thing for the Bucks? The way that's
Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. You spread out the scoring like OKC did.
Doing the same thing to Giannis, keeping him quiet.
They've made it tough on you.
No question that Charlotte plays their best by offensive rebound. They don't need to not play fast because Charlotte wants to.
It's like playground basketball. Looks effortless. Like, I know that he cares, but he's so effortless.
27 in all of those games except 2, where he had a 21-point game.
If you're wondering why Giannis wasn't on that graphic, he had 8 straight games offensively, as he's not going to do that to us tonight.
No, you're right. It's not.
Ended up. Rozier now with 20 points. Giannis with an and 1.
Here, how important that was and why Coach Clifford, to your point, it has been and continues to be what Charlotte's doing, but the way Milwaukee's.
Grayson taps it into the hands of Giannis. Falls to producer Dan Keener. A little under the weather.
At least I believe that means he.
Grayson Allen with the left hand. Giannis, the 3-point territory. The numbers offensively are not bad for Clint, and he's flirting with doing it here in the first half. Marjon Foden. And LaMelo Ball. Time that he's played on his birthday, if you can believe it, having a birthday in
every once in a while.
There was a possibility, right? 3 minutes left. Thor gets his own miss. Thor puts it back.
Not so much.
Javon having that career year.
Yes, you can just do that every night.
You think is feasible here in the final 2 minutes, as long as that shot doesn't go
from 3-pointers. So he's certainly shifting that way now, making 6.
Good ball. Euro step for LaMelo.
When Milwaukee had a bad loss, it was every time a shot right there.
Times coming into tonight. Rozier kept
Martin knocking down shots. It becomes, you don't know defensively who you're supposed to go double team.
Sometimes the stats don't always tell the story. Pat Connaughton high.
25, 19, and 13. Giannis misses that free throw. They're hot.
Against one of the better categories for the Bucks against opponents this year, fading away.
Those feet were out, and that probably could have gone either way.
He's kind of addressed this. I mean, he's got 20. He is better on the road than he is at home.
He was in the first 20. So to your point, he's really not been really like. Zora talks to Coach LaGarza. He comes out calm, left-handed mid.
Looks like a free throw shot. That was about 15 feet out. Drew Holiday, I mean, who's shooting about 59% from the free throw area. But that's better than what
really badly swollen right finger that.
Well, he went both that Hornets put up in the first quarter alone. And the most points given up in a
jersey are on Grayson's chest. But they've had enough.
little jab step. He always acts like he was shooting, you know?
Might as well try.
To try to sell it.
Defense on one end, getting stops, patching a few together, and getting some buckets on the other end. The referee, Grayson, good anticipation coming over.
Grayson got
exactly that. This has got to be a different second half. So making them feel it a little bit through the defense is no secret. You're going to have to play a little more defense to give it.
Here comes Drew pushing it up. Feeds Grayson Allen fourth. Here comes Milwaukee. Take it, Drew. He does, calls his own. About 5.5 left here in the third quarter. Rozier, a new minute.
Last night,
Zach Levine to that list. And Rozier, like more information, sign up for this free program. Free plus fun. You into about 15 per game.
Getting all the way in the lane, finishing at the rim with no contest like that.
Picking on the little guys, right?
It's always about picking on the little guys. Yelling, baby.
And March. Again, giving out free to the fans.
Who knew it was going to be Rozier, the one that kind of took this game over. 1 year old, and you can see at 7 foot, he's got major.
Went into the WNBA with the Washington Mystics right now, so basketball.
And Williams on cue.
Always very impressive, much more mature than his age.
Tonight, that's a new career long for him.
And they have a record-breaking first quarter. It makes the rest of the game. Throwing the ball up, they were getting offensive rebounds and tipping it in. AJ misses that.
It's the Bucks, 8 of them. December of 2021. That's a career long that continues now.
Affords you, because you can take some chances. You can try to have a little more fun, take some risks.
On the push, here's Rozier. Three-point attempt falls. Playing the game. Basketball, you need to play basketball to get basketball shots.
His calf wasn't quite himself for a while, starting to look very much like himself.
Broadway starts Monday in New York, a 4-gamer. Lisa.
From back there. Ironically, the rhythm from three comes in a game like this. Ooh, right.
40, there's been 18 players since Christmas.
Most points scored in the first quarter in the NBA this season. Charlotte did it.
Can be so fickle. It's just amazing. For Giannis to have his career rebound 10 assist game at Toronto in overtime. It's just amazing. I score my 55 points, and the style that I play is very boring. I think because I do it every night.